shares. Right, okay, semua nampak tak PowerPoint saya?
Pak Doktor.
Okay, clear. Suara jelas? Okay, good. Thanks.
Jelas Doktor.
Okay, alright. So, for today's topic, kita akan cover sikit lah tentang scientific poster presentation, whether it be at a seminar, symposium, or conference, whatever you call it. Okay. So, biasanya poster presentation ni dialokasikan kepada certain group of people or papers di mana terlalu banyak apabila quota or representation tu terlalu terhad, jadi most of the bulk, maybe 50 or 60% diberi kepada slot poster presentation lah. Not to say poster presentation yang dapat ni tak penting, it's just that maybe sebabkan yang macam saya sebut tadi lah, akibat kekangan dan limited slots and time, so yang remaining tu boleh present apa diorang punya result finding melalui poster presentation. Okay. Okay, so why give a scientific poster presentation? It serves several purposes. Amongst them is to serve as a basis for structural communication, convey findings to in a scientific research. Depending on the theme, kalau nutrition, you will present pasal nutrition. Kalau food science, hospitality lah. To share ideas with colleagues and as well as industrial players, as well as a platform for you to get positive, saya tak suka guna criticism, positive feedback and constructive ideas of input about the current projects, okay, that you are doing. To serve as an alternative to a longer oral presentation, okay, sebab oral presentation tu selalunya slot dia terhad dan slotnya terhad and only a handful saja yang mungkin terpilih. Okay, and to learn how to organize and effectively present your research data within just one big piece of paper. Okay. All right. Usually, how do you begin? Okay. First step is to begin with an abstract, and most of the this is the opportunity to present poster begins with the requirement of an extract of a defined length and style that summarizes the research that will be presented. Okay. And usually within the abstract, kita cover these 5 elements lah, which is the background, general research questions, objective or hypothesis, salah satu dia bertiga ni, the approach and experiment, the key results of the experiment, supported by a few citations for your discussion. Is it similar to another researcher or is it different? And lastly, to conclude. Okay, it is therefore critical that student researchers work with their mentors to write, review, and submit an abstract before the conference itself. So, depending on what type of conference or symposiums, this is the general format of a poster lah. Paling obvious, kenalah ada title. Okay, some conference memerlukan abstract, some maybe not. Then you give an introduction, followed by a methodology, key results or key discussions, conclude, acknowledgement kalau you ada terima grant or kelulusan daripada siapa-siapa, and reference, a number of key reference, usually tak banyak lah macam kita tulis dalam artikel atau thesis, paling banyak pun hanya 3, 4, 5 saja. Okay. So first we look at the title itself. It should be catchy, simple and able to be seen from 20 feet away. Pendek kata, guna font yang besar lah. And kena guna skill, creativity sikit untuk namakan tajuk you catchy dan menarik perhatian. Kalau you tulis association of of restaurant attributes, perceived value, satisfaction, post-purchase behavior, akan panjang sangat. Find a simple way to attract your viewers. Okay. So that your authors always use biasanya kalau APA kita selalu cite kita punya last name, tetapi kalau dalam konteks Malaysia biasanya kita bolehkan saja guna first name. Kalau misalnya saya sendiri dalam saya banyak-banyak application, saya prefer guna A.Rais as opposed to A.Rahman kalau nak ikutkan apa yang norm di barat tu, norm orang barat gunakan untuk tulis paper dia orang. Okay. Right. The name of the authors, and kalau ada co-authors sama your supervisors ataupun your colleague, you senaraikan. Okay. After the author list, baru you cover which institution are you from. Kalau you university, tulis just tulis daripada bidang apa, fakulti dan university. Kalau you satu hari nanti murah rezeki kerja dengan government entity, just state department mana, organisation mana, KKM. That's it. Okay. Now abstract. Dia tak semestinya follow APA style. Ini bergantung pada what conference do you attend. But for your exercise purpose, kita akan buat APA style ya. Okay. The abstract is basically to identify what is to be studied, how you are studying, and what variables you are studying. Identify what are your hypothesis, objective, or research questions, and state your key findings. Sama juga dalam pendekatannya, sama juga dalam penulisan artikel ataupun thesis abstract ni. Okay. An introduction is basically less in-depth than an introduction of a paper. You only need to highlight the following questions. Questions raised and answered by previous research. The question you are asking and why you are asking it, or study background stating what is the scenario all about, followed by the problem statement and the importance of you doing the research and presenting it in your poster. Okay. Methods. Azimnya kita present in a very simplest way. Siapa yang buat eksperimen tentang produk mungkin lebih senang, sebab all you need to do is just maybe snap stages of contohnya you potong buah mangga, kemudian masukkan dalam blender, and then the final outcome tu katakan jadi jelly ke, jadi agar-agar ke. Okay. And for lab base, maybe you can snap eksperimen you ambil contohnya apa, you nak kaji kebersihan lauk nasi kandar di beberapa restoran, so you kumpul and you tunjuklah apa, you setrikakan sampel tu dalam plate count tu ataupun pretty frame and snap the end result, berapa banyak bakteria ataupun tak ada bakteria ke. Okay. Another way of doing it, you can also do in a flowchart methodology ni, sama ada gambar. Kalau buat interview or questionnaire, mungkin boleh guna you tak perlulah masukkan apa the whole questionnaire tu, just bagi tahu, just illustrate in a macam karikatur ke, or maybe an illustration of a person giving out a survey, or a screenshot of the electronic Google form yang you bagi kepada customer tu. And that's it. Okay. Kalau interview, itu susah sikit lah sebab di recorded. But maybe kalau kualitatif, you boleh masukkan a picture of konon-kononnya an interviewer kat tengah dikelilingi oleh 5 orang. So, okay. So that can be used kalau you tak buat lab experiment. Okay. Okay. When you present your data or results, preferably seboleh-bolehnya elakkanlah tulis perkataan yang panjang-panjang. So it's therefore much more favorable if you use table, charts, pictures and graph. Okay. Kalau nak tulis pun sikit saja tentang penerangan, what does the graph or table tell? Is it echo with past researcher or different with the past researcher? And that's it. Itu saja. Okay, it includes the description ni. Okay, saya cover tadi. Tengok keyword dia, brief written description of what the graph is. Okay. And last kali, conclude your poster. Key highlight is to be concise and clear, and what you find and what is importance or implication. Is it parallel and discrepancies with previous research and theory? And maybe kalau ada ruang, state sikit apa kekurangan and what is the future direction of your research. Okay. And last kali, kalau you terima apa-apa dana grant ataupun sokongan siapa-siapa, masukkan acknowledgement. We like to thank siapa-siapa nyumbangkan apa-apa. Okay. Bukan saja grant, scholarship pun you boleh masukkan juga. Okay. Cuma kalau loan, kalau loan PPTN ke Yayasan Selangor jangan masukkan. Yang ni acknowledgement ni biasanya dia bagi something tetapi dia tak berharap anything in return. Okay. And biasanya scholarship and grant ni walaupun dia tak harap bagi duit dia balik, cuma dia harapkan kita hargai dia dan kita produce outcome research yang best lah, yang berbalik untuk ni, yang bermanfaat pada community. Reference, macam saya kata tadi, walaupun you guna 20 reference dalam research you, tetapi dalam poster jangan senaraikan 20 reference, tak muat. And kalau muat sekalipun, you paksa guna font yang halus and it will not be attractive to look at. So paling banyak pilih antara 3 hingga 5 reference penting saja. Okay. Alright, so itulah konten. Jom kita tengok how usually is the size of the poster. Usually kita pakai size A0 atau A3. Ridwan nak conteng apa ni?
Tekan. Sorry. Ya Allah.
Nak conteng nak tanya apa?
Tak.
Ingatkan nak laga poster.
Bukan. Aduh.
Okay, lepas teruskan. Okay. Plan the but the general rule is we need to plan the layout of elements and tell yourself it is not really necessary to fill all the spaces. Okay. We don't want you don't want your poster, your A3 or A0 paper to be too cluttered with information. Susah kan nak baca. Okay, these are the general poster orientation that you can use, whether it's a landscape or a portrait format. Okay. This is the basic layout that you can follow. Title tengah-tengah. The leftmost corner, kalau perlu abstract, letak abstract, followed by introduction and methodology. Results, put whatever table, whatever important diagrams kat tengah-tengah. Discussion on the left, and last kali conclude and reference you masukkan somewhere on the right corner lah. Okay. Other templates that you can follow, as you can see, this one is from top to bottom approach. Biasanya kita tulis sini title, introduction, maybe sini methodology, results, conclusion, acknowledgement and reference. Kalau start macam ni, ialah style top bottom juga, tetapi dia start pada top. Fill the left column first, abstract, intro, method, and maybe result. And di hujung sini, maybe you conclude and give and senaraikan reference. So these are some of the ways, some of the templates you can follow to design your posters. Yeah. Okay, helpful hint. The most important element of a poster should be displayed, keywords ini, at the viewer's eye level, right? Which is often about 1 foot from the top of the poster board. Okay. All right. standard font that we use for poster is usually 90 points for long titles and 100 points for short titles. Affiliation biasanya between 65 to 70 font. Headings 36 to 48. The text itself between 24 to 36. Any charts or pictures 20. And font we usually use normal dark colors, no light colors because susah nak baca nanti atau sakit mata nak baca, right? And for backgrounds, try to avoid background that is too dark in nature, okay? Most important of all, please make the poster presentation understandable to educate lay people, okay? Walaupun conference you, okay, focus food science, tapi mungkin the participants tu kurang pendedahan kepada let's say nutrition dari segi guna skaliper untuk ikut ketebalan tulen tu. So sebolehnya guna terminologi yang tak terlalu kompleks, okay? Because poster presentation ni dia ibarat iklan jugalah, okay? You put yourself in the shoes of a marketer and you want to sell your product, so it should be simple, catchy, and easy to understand, right? Okay. Identify and give the take-home message for the poster. Okay. Sama juga macam iklan. You kena pilih, you kena pandai pilih a tagline or kalau dalam konteks scientific conferences, what is your key finding and why is it significant? Okay. So that people will remember about your project when they leave the conference, and maybe consider about doing or improving on what you have done, or maybe contact you later on to collaborate for future projects. Minimize text, maximize illustration. Okay. Remember in mind, a poster is not a research paper. Okay. And when presenting your poster, it's important for you to prepare for a poster summary as your guidance. When you are required to stand by at the exhibition center, dress in appropriate wear, usually business attire or formal. Okay. Stand beside your poster during the entrance, schedule session to invite discussion. Don't block the view of your poster. Janganlah malu-malu untuk present poster you, sebab you yang buat kerja ni, so sepatutnya you kena banggalah. So stand beside, not in front of your poster. So sebab takut orang datang saja tanya soalan you, nak tanya soalan killer untuk malukan you. Tak. Don't be like that. You have your product, you have your strengths, you should be proud of what you do, okay? You're aware of all the visitors. Relax and enjoy the opportunities to share your research project, okay? Okay. Another thing you can do is prepare a 10 to 30 second introduction to your research to engage your visitors. Ini seboleh-bolehnya you should have the key points in your head daripada you baca poster tu. But anyways, you should have key information in your heads, because after all you are the chef of your cuisine di sini. In this case, your research. Okay. Explain why your research project matters, what problems you are trying to solve, highlight significant findings. Okay. And tengoklah sekali emphasize your take-home message. Apa contribution you ataupun poster you yang you buat pada tahap masa tu, okay? You mungkin present you punya ni sebelum you punya Viva, so cerita at that point of time apa you dah achieve and what important implication it will bring to the field of knowledge, yeah. Okay. if you have additional supporting data that can be included in your that cannot be included in your poster, consider stand by a few handouts to share with interested visitors. Okay, so kalau you rajin and you nak share additional information, you boleh stand by handouts juga. Okay, and lastly, yang ni optional. Some presenters will provide business cards or summaries with contact information to interest person. Biasanya kita pergi conference ni, kita standby several business card lah untuk bertukar-tukar and potentially berkenalan dengan networking dengan researchers daripada industri ataupun industri lain. Okay. Tengok macam mana orang ni berdiri dengan penuh confident menceritakan ni. Dia tak halang pun dia punya view ni. View poster dia. Another example, business attire, lady. These are some of the examples of posters you boleh buat. Here's another example. Ini guna apa ni? Breast cancer chemotherapy punya charts. Another example, yang ni micro RNA. Ini daripada lecturer kita. Dia buat pasal sky fruit. Ini dia guna top bottom, tetapi dia guna pendekatan left right and then go down. Here's another example daripada Dr. Hayati kesayangan you all. Ini pun sama juga, top to bottom, but top, left, right, bottom, left, right. Another example. Okay, alright. So, by now, by right, you should have already put in titles of your proposed poster already. Tapi macam apa yang Dr. Asma tulis dalam chat ni, ada beberapa orang yang tak isi lagi. So, tak tahulah bila nak isi ni. Okay, but hopefully akan diisi dalam masa terdekat ataupun dah pun isi dah setelah Dr. Asma pointed out ni. Okay. You should already choose one research article from your any article relating to food science nutrition or food service. Kita bukannya minta you buat tajuk pita you, tapi pilih satu saja artikel empirical. Kalau tak tahu apa tu empirical, saya ulang balik, empirical tu ialah paper yang ada primary data, bukannya paper review yang review kerja orang lain ataupun conceptual paper memproposkan teori A, B, C. Choose an empirical paper. Okay. Use the technique that we have discussed in the slides before and decide what you wish to include in your poster and article. Okay. Use this the slide here as a guide for you to design your poster. Okay. Prepare the actual poster based on your draft and A3 size, approximately 22 times 32 inch, portrait or landscape, and submit the soft copy of your poster with the article. Sorry, bukan 23. 23 lambat sangat dah tu. Sepatutnya 14 April, which is 2 weeks away. Stop. Alright, that's the lecture for today. Just nak tanya, ada any questions or inquiries for me and Dr. Asma?
Doktor,
Okay.
for the part abstract,
Yeah.
do we need to keluarkan the background research question, and experiment result key experiment tu, and then kita summarizekan ke?
Boleh keluar, you kena dalam task ni you kena extract. You boleh, kalau panjang sangat you kena pilih few key points, tapi pastikan elemen intro, method, key results di cover lah. Okay.
Oh, so abstract tu is optional lah. Boleh letak, boleh tak letak.
Dalam konteks ni, dalam exercise you kena letak.
Oh, okay.
It is a matter how, kalau you ambil paper yang panjang, extract yang kompleks, it is up to you to simplify it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright. Asasnya. Part last tu ada mention PPT tu, macam mana saya kurang jelas. Oh, maksudnya begini. Okay. You boleh design you paling mudah ialah through PowerPoint. Tapi kalau you nak guna apa-apa software lain, misalnya Microsoft Publisher ke, you can use. Tetapi at the end of the day, masa you submit poster dalam 2 minggu lagi, pastikan is in PDF form ya. Kena convert. PowerPoint is one option bagi siapa yang tak ada knowledge ataupun tak ada akses pada software yang lain untuk design poster. Okay. Tapi kalau nak pakai lain, saya tak ada halangan. Okay, Izzah? Right. Anything else? Dr. Asmah nak share apa-apa tips lah untuk poster presentation ni?
Assalamualaikum semua dan selamat pagi. Okey, terima kasih Dr. Rais. Berkenaan dengan tajuk-tajuk posters, kami dah tengok overall. Cuma mungkin ada yang letak tajuk sebagai contoh Malaysia as a whole. So kalau you letak contoh Malaysia as a whole, make sure data tu memang represent Malaysia. Ataupun kalau let's say paper yang you ambil tu hanya letak di Terengganu for example, so pastikan tajuk you pun reflect kepada tajuk paper tersebut, which is Terengganu sahaja. Make sure title you reflect you punya paper content. Alright, supaya tally. So basically sebenarnya you ambil tajuk daripada paper yang you dah pilih tu lah sebenarnya. Faham? Kalau you ambil Malaysia, make sure data tersebut memang merangkumi keseluruhan Malaysia lah. Jelas ke?
Jelas doktor.
Alright. Kemudian berkenaan dengan poster punya layout sebagaimana Dr. Rais dah tunjuk, hopefully you boleh ikut dan make sure untuk mendapatkan markah yang bagus, yang terbaik, make sure you pastikan apa yang diletakkan dalam poster memenuhi kriteria-kriteria yang ada dalam rubrik. Make sure you tengok rubrik untuk poster, apa yang perlu ada supaya you dapat markah yang paling maksimum, yang paling optimum sehabis baik. Alright, refer kepada rubrik pemarkahan. Dan sekiranya dalam rubrik itu menyatakan sekian-sekian, make sure ada dalam you punya poster. Alright, jangan lupa tengok rubrik.
Okay, next apa ni? Nurdini tanya apa? Perlu hantar hard copy ke nanti and present offline? Tak. Saya dengan Dr. Asma akan buka online submission to e-learn. Just submit through e-learn saja, soft copy saja, okay? Tak perlu hard copy. Okay,
berkenaan dengan present tu hanya presentation, oral presentation nanti sebagaimana Dr. Rais ada maklumkan, you all ada satu oral presentation day yang mana akan dihadiri oleh pensyarah-pensyarah macam seolah-olah FYP you all lah, you all akan ada satu presentation dinilai oleh 3 orang panel. Yang tu kita akan buat oral presentation day. Yang tu melibatkan you punya critical review paper. Kan Dr. Rais?
Ya, betul, that's right.
So jangan berdebar lagi untuk present online, sekarang baru dalam fasa warming up dulu, which is the poster presentation. Alright?
Yes, right. Anything else?
Kemudian lagi satu untuk poster presentation to make it more attractive. For example, kalau result tu dia letak dalam bentuk table, kemudian kalau you copy table tersebut dia macam kurang clear dan sebagainya, maybe you can extract and do it in Excel and then you make your own graph for example, ataupun by bar chart ataupun pie chart. For example, kalau you nak extract table tersebut dia kurang jelas, ataupun you tulis semula dalam bentuk Excel dan you just copy, then it will be the resolution lagi tinggi lah. Alright. Dia bergantung kepada you punya kerajinan. Kalau you nak dapat markah bagus, nak dapat nampak poster tu clear, so you have to do some extra effort jugalah. Alright. Kemudian berbalik jugalah kepada rubrik pemarkahan untuk poster. Make sure you tengok rubrik apa yang dia nakkan dalam poster tersebut. Alright.
So, siapa nama-nama yang bertuah yang tak submit ni Dr. Asmah? I tengok you highlight sini.
Kita boleh persembahkan, kita raikan yang belum hantar ni, mungkin ada masalah-masalah tertentu. Muhammad Haikal di sini, Muhammad Nur Ridwan. Oh, jarang dia orang ni tak hantar ni. Ridwan.
Jejaka Harapan Negara, ada apa masalah ni?
Jejaka Harapan Negara, Saifuddin. Suhail selalu hantar apa Suhail? Mungkin Suhail sihat kot ni. Oh, Syafiq Husni dah hantar dah. Okay.
Apa lagi? Seringkadi.
Bawah. Yang tu yang mana hijau dekat masa, boleh letak masa you tertinggal bila you submit.
Siti Julaiha, Sofia. Sofia asalnya dia bagi topik yang general tapi dia tak cari tahu apa paper yang baru ni. Yang ni komen. Ingat poster ni bukannya you create a topic for you to research. You pilih paper yang dah publish yang berkaitan dengan bidang. Okay. Syahira, Belum Choice, Wan Azrin belum ni. Okay, tu saja. Hopefully by end of today yang tak ada title ni, tolong ada title ya. You have 2 weeks from now untuk siapkan
Saya rasa untuk memang bila dah start semester memang banyak assignment dan semua. Saya harap you all boleh as soon as ada masa yang sekarang dah kelas, you ada masa 3 hours, gunakan masa 3 hours tu sehabis baik lah. I think dalam masa 3 hours ni you dah boleh siapkan sebenarnya. You tak perlu kumpul-kumpul you punya assignment banyak-banyak tunggu at the end of the day sebab nanti you akan stress. So nak kurangkan stress, nak releasekan stress, you could do it from now lah. I think dalam masa 2 jam you dah boleh settle benda ni. And then you just make up sikit je lah you punya poster tu. First of all, apa yang you perlu buat, you just extract dulu the important point dalam paper tersebut. You letakkan je dalam box-box dia tertentu. Then baru you do some the makeup. You tak perlu introduction, you spend a lot of masa dalam untuk introduction, dalam method. You just copy dalam paper tersebut, keluarkan dan letak dulu dalam PowerPoint for example. Then you perkemaskan balik daripada PowerPoint tersebut. Alright?
Yeah. So saya ingatkan balik, subjek ni taklah sesusah, semenakutkan yang mungkin you diberitahu sebelum ni. You just kena do assignment and submit on time. And on top of that, kelebihan subjek ni, kelas bukannya setiap minggu. So di hari yang tak ada kelas tu, 3 jam, you boleh guna 3 jam tu semaksimum mungkin untuk buatkan tugasan and submit cepat.
Is there any question, class?
Anything else?
Okay, Doktor.
Alright. So kalau macam there's no question, perhaps we could leave them to do their own poster. Dan kalau you ada masa you tengah buat poster, if you have any questions, you can just WhatsApp us lah.
Yes.
Alright, in the group ke, alright.
Okay, alright.
So from me dah tak ada lah. Thank you very much Dr. Rais for the presentation just now.
Okay, alright. So before we wrap up, just a quick reminder, next week tidak akan ada kelas. So saya nak you walau bagaimanapun saya akan hantar link untuk attendance. Guna kesempatan minggu depan tu untuk touch up poster you, so that apabila sampai 14 bulan, all you need to do is submit saja. Okay, dan apabila 14 bulan tu, kita akan continue dengan next topic which is critical review. That topic Dr. Asmah akan brief you all of what critical review is all about. Okay. Alright, kalau tak ada apa-apa, before we wrap up, we end with tasbih kafarah and suratul as. Bismillah. Okay, thank you very much. Syekh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Selamat
Thank you,
membuat
Doktor.
poster. And see you all in
Waalaikumsalam.
2 weeks time ya. 14 bulan is our next class.
Okay, thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.